Hi, good afternoon to our lecturer, Mr. Muhammad Fazil and my fellow friends. The topic of our project is reducing the carbon footprint in Pekan University. Right, next. Okay, so our team consists of Wei Sun Wei, Lau Kai Xian, Daniel Yi Cheng, Oh Sun Yang, and me, Li Hong Kiat. Next. Next, I'll talk about the introduction. So this research focused on reducing the growing carbon footprint in universities by applying Six Sigma, a data-driven methodology aimed at the process improvement. The study begins with the define phase of the BMAIC framework, which is define, measure, analyze, improve, and control, to identify the key issues using tools like project scoping, Pareto charts, and root cause analysis. The measure phase follows, involving processes mapping, failure analysis, and capability tests to quantify the problem. The ultimate goal is to reduce defect per million opportunities with DPMO by systematically addressing inefficiencies and environmental impacts. The approach emphasizes structures problem solving to achieve sustainability targets in university operations. Next. Next, I'll talk about the project charter briefly. So a project charter actually consists of a project charter is a living document for an improvement team that outlines the presenting problem, the target, and the boundaries of a process improvement effort. So the project charter consists of a problem statement, business case, goal statement, timeline, scope, and team members. Next. So next is our project charter, which I have separated into 2 pages for you to see easily. So our project name, we have our project name, dates, area of focus, business case, project scope, and problem statement. And the second part is measurable, goal, timeline, team members, financial, and the approval. So this project charter is almost like a document for us to look through easily our project and get the approval of our lecturers to sign this document so that we can continue our project. Next, I'll talk about how carbon footprint affect community health and the quality of life. High energy consumption, such as long usage of unwanted electrical appliances and burning of fossil fuels in internal combustion engines, will cause air pollution, climate change, and extreme weathers. Following, the health of the students, staff, and surrounding communities will be affected. The solution to overcome this issue is to encourage students to travel by bicycle with these school compounds and encourage students to travel to university by using public transports or carpooling. Next, how carbon footprint will affect the equity or the economic issues. The high energy waste such as aircon, lights, and many more will impact in the high energy waste into higher university costs, and lastly, the hikes in tuition fees or the overall fees. And the energy bills will make dorms cafeteria prices unaffordable. This will affect the students, especially those who live in low-income families, and also the cafeteria sellers. The cafeteria sellers will increase the price of the food due to higher rental, and lastly, the cost will still be turned back to students or staff who always eat their meals in cafeterias. The solution to overcome this issue is by switching off electrical appliances when not in use. Lastly, I will talk about how the carbon footprint project relate with the inclusivity. What's the problem of this factor is the carbon reduction projects sometimes only benefit certain groups. Let me give you an example, such as installing EV chargers. Installing EV chargers only benefits those who drive an EV vehicles, and as we know, EV vehicles is expensive, and not most majority of the students or staff who can actually afford an EV vehicle. And this will affect the students and staffs. So the solution is by giving free electric shuttle bus for off-campus students or lower bike renting prices in campus to benefit majority of the students or staffs. And that's for my part. Let me give it to my next friend. Thank you.
My name is Oh Sun Yang. My matrix number MA24103. So now let's move on to the economic aspect of sustainability efforts on campus. When planning green initiative, cost is often the first concern. In this case, the total estimated investment is 33,000. This covers 10,000 for energy efficient appliances, 18,000 for electric vehicles for campus transport, and 5,000 for waste management improvement. Although this seems like a large amount, it's actually a one-time capital expense. Over time, we can expect long-term saving. So, for example, we'll see reduced electricity bills due to lower energy consumption. Using electric vehicles also means lower fuel and maintenance costs. In addition, better waste segregation leads to cost saving by reducing landfill use. We can also implement Six Sigma process improvement to reduce inefficiency and lower operating costs. And beyond cost and saving, there are also broader economic growth opportunities. Sustainability efforts can lead to job creation in green tech maintenance, facility management, and staff training. We can also develop partnerships with local business, especially those involved in electrical vehicles, recycling, and waste service. On top of that, improving the university green image may help attract more eco-conscious students and sustainability-related grants. Finally, if the university becomes a model for low-carbon campus, it would benefit from future consulting projects or research funding opportunities. So overall, sustainable initiatives don't just support the environment. They also make strong economic sense for the university in both the short and long term. Uh, that's my part, so I'll pass it to the next person.
My name is Oisumbe, number metric MA24051, and I'm going to present about sustainability. Impact on resource use, high electric and water caused by improper behavior such as dimming lights on, inefficient application and old habit system. Overconsumption increase the university operation carbon footprint. Unsustainable energy source contribute to non-renewable resource depletion. For impact on waste generation, trash is not being separated properly will cause increased landfill contribution, missed recycle opportunity, waste from lab event, and student activity add to environment strain. Improper disposal pose health and pollution risk. For impact on long-term environment health, carbon footprint increased 70.06% in 2 years, accelerating climate change, air pollution, impacting biodiversity and human health. Lack of green policy risks unsustainable future operation. Without action, university operation will assess environment capacity and limit.
Okay, my name is Lau Kai-Xian, matrix number MA24102, and I'm going to discuss about the part health and safety impact evaluation. There are some risks in this project that will affect the health and safety. So the first one is the improper waste segregation and collection, and that will increase the risk of disease transmission. And the mitigation strategy will be apply the staff training. So the second risk is they will increase the use of electric vehicle. So the fire hazard due to the improper charging infrastructure will happen. So the strategy will be install the certified EV charging station. The next risk will be the energy efficient equipment installation. This is because the electrical hazard during the restoration or improper use when during the installation. Then the strategy will be engage the certified electrician in the installation. So the last risk will be the carpooling and shared transport. The impact is communicable disease transmission like COVID-19. So the strategy will be the regular disinfection in the shared transport. Okay, next, a legal framework evaluation. The first act we have to assess is Environment Quality Act 1974. The provision will be a regulation of emission, project alignment, aligned to reduction of CO2 emission and monitoring via FMEA and capability tests. So the next act to assess is Occupation Safety and Health Act 1994. The relevant provision is employers should ensure the workplace safety. So the project element will be identify the health and safety risks during the project. So the last act will be the Solid Waste and Public Cleansing Management Act 27. Okay, the relevant provision is regulate waste handling and recycling. The project element is waste segregation initiative and cooperation with the local waste management company comply with this act. Okay, thank you, and I'm going to pass my part to my teammate.
My name is Daniel Yizichen, number metric 24104. Now we are going to the environmental impacts. At Pekan University, we observe a 17.06% increase in carbon emissions over just 2 years, a rise from 48,422 to 56,685 metric tons. This rise is mainly due to high electricity consumption, vehicle usage, and poor recycling habits. These issues not only contribute to air pollution and climate change, but also threaten local biodiversity and natural resources on campus. To monitor and improve this, we identify 4 key environmental KPIs, which is annual carbon emissions, recycling rate, renewable energy usage, and also average monthly emissions. Our goal is to reduce total emissions by 7 to 10% by 2026, and also raise the recycling rate to 60% and increase clean energy use by 30%. Moreover, the solutions include using the installing LED and energy efficient appliance, promote carpooling and electric transport, add waste separation bins and recycling programs, and lastly is to organize sustainability education campaigns and launch green clubs. Now I'm moving to summary. Pekan University carbon emission rose by 17.06% over the past 2 years, reaching 56,685.25 metric tons in 2024. This increase calls for immediate action to protect the environment. Using the Lean Six Sigma DMAIC framework, the university aims to cut emissions by 7 to 10% by February 2026. Yes. The project identified energy use, transportation, and waste as the main contributors, with energy consumption being the largest due to building inefficiencies. Besides that, tools like the project charter, Ishikawa diagram, and statistical tests help analyze root causes. Recommendations include installing energy efficient appliances, promoting electric vehicles, improving waste systems, and running awareness campaigns. With a current SISMA level of 6.5, the process is stable, but still has room to improve it. This initiative supports UN SDG 13, which is climate action, and shows the university's commitment to sustainability. In conclusion, the Pekan University teams apply fundamental statistical methods and performance measurements to address the rise in carbon emissions, aligning their efforts with SDG 13 climate action. By using the Ishikawa diagram and Pareto chart, the team identified key causes of emissions, such as improper energy use, academic activities, transportation, and non-renewable energy. These tools help highlight the most frequent and impactful issues. During the initial phase, the team used the SIFOF diagram to map up high-level processes and create histograms to analyze data, including means, median, and range values. A process capability test was also conducted to assess defect rates through demo. Overall, the Six Sigma tools used in the initial phase allowed the team to clearly identify the root causes behind the university increasing carbon footprint. Yes, that's all from our group. Thank you.